Hi, welcome. Previously, we have talked about integer indices. So now we shall move on to fractional indices. So here are the basic. We shall talk about loss first, some basic one. This one you have learned it before. A to the power 0 is 1, no matter what value it is for A except 0. Let's look at an example. 2 to the power 0 is 1. Negative 5 to the power 0 is also 1. A to the power 1 over n. This one is equal to nth root of a to the power 1. Okay, power always on top, root always below. Power, root. Just remember, right? Okay, so 4 to the power 1 over 2 is equals to 4 to the power 1. Then this one is 2. Square root or the root is when n is equal to 2. So it's just equals to square root, just without writing the 2 there. Okay, so it's equal to 2 here. Because 2 square, the square and the square root will kind of be cancelled off. So 27, 1 over 3, 27 can be treated as 3 to the power 3. So 3 and 1 over 3 can be kind of cancelled off. So it gives you 3. Okay, power 3 and the root 3 will be cancelled, become 1, right? Okay, next. A to the power negative n. This one we have done it before. So it's 1 over a to the power n. So example, 5 to the power negative 2 is 1 over 5 square. 1 over 35. Okay, 2 to the power negative 3 is 1 over 8. Easy. Next. Power root. Okay, so you have this one like all the time. You can write in different ways, like a to the power 1 over n, the whole thing power m, or you can put the m inside, then the whole thing 1 over n. Okay, so that one sometimes will help you in your calculation. Alright, next, let's look at an example here. 9 to the power 3 over 2. So normally when you see these kind of things, you will just press your calculator, right? Okay? No, you should stop doing that, because if let's say this is not 9, this is x, then what are you going to do? You're going to write it out properly and so on, right? Okay? So you need to know how to simplify these kind of things. So 9 to the power 3 over 2, you should write 9 as 3 square. And this is power and this is root, so they can be cancelled off. Okay? And multiplication, still remember, this one, the whole thing power of something, the power just multiply them together. So it gives you 3 to the power 3. 2 and the 1 over 2 will be cancelled off. Next, 16 to the power negative 3 over 2. 16 is 4 square. So just write, you can write as 2 to the power 4, or you can write 4 square, 2 and 2 cancel off. So you have 4 to the power negative 3, which is still 1 over 64. Okay, same way. Okay, done? Let's move on. Okay, let's solve some problem here. So I have example here, and I have the answers here. So shouldn't use any calculator, or else you get the answer easily. So this chapter is about your training to try to solve this kind of problem, and you will have no problem going forward. Okay, so now let's talk about this one. So first of all, I try to write this one here. Okay, so this 16, you can think of 16 as what? 2 to the power 4. Then 81 is what? 3 to the power 4 as well. Okay, so this one you can write as, okay, so 2 to the power 4. Then this one is 3 to the power 4. So in order to get out of this jail, what do you have to do? It's like, if it's square, then enough, right? I mean, like square, then enough to go out of the jail. So meaning that here, you can have 2 square times 2 square. Then this one is like 3 square times 3 square. Then you take square root. Then this one, sk 1 time, sk 1 time. And this one, sk 1 time, sk 1 time. So it gives you 2 times 2 divided by 3 times 3, which is 4 over 9. Got it? Next, 625 is equal to what? 625, if I can't get it right, if you are not familiar with this kind of numbers, then you probably have to factorize it using your calculator or what to help you a little bit. Okay, so I know the common factor is 5. If I divide by 5, then it gives me 125. Then I divide by 5 again, then it gives me 25. Then I divide by 5 again, I get 5. So this one is actually 5 to the power 4. So this is equals to 5 to the power 4, then divided by 3 cube, and the whole thing, I take square root. Cube root, sorry, it's a cube root. Okay. So now, This one, in order to remove it and put it outside, I just need power of 3, but I have power of 4. What do I do? So I try to write it as cube root. Okay, so 5 times 5 to the power 3. So this one escaped, this one still stays in the jail. Okay, so divide by 3 to the power 3. Okay, this one go out, this one go out, so this one is still in. So my answer is 5 cube root of 5 divided by 3. That's it. Cube and cube. Cube and 1 over 3 will be cancelled off. So then you get your answer here. Make sense? Okay, you got it. Okay, so now let's say you're done with this, and if you are still not sure what am I talking about this one, I give you an easier way to do it. Okay, I'll just redo this one again. Redo this one. Okay, so this one is what? 2 to the power 4. This one is 3 to the power 4. Then the whole thing is power of what? That's root. That's square root, means 1 over 2. So what would you get? Easy. 2, this one multiply. So I get 2 here. Then this one I get 3 square. I got 4 over 9. Very simple, right? Okay. If you are a little bit weak or you are not very confident, use this method. You can solve it blindly. Okay, right? Next. Look at this one. 6 to 5, like we said, press calculator and try to get what? 5 to the power 4 divided by 3 to the power 3. That whole thing is what? Cube root, power 3. So this one is 3, so the whole thing power 1 over 3. Okay, this one done. This one is just 3. How about the top part? I get 4 over 3. 5 to the power 4 over 3 is equals to 5, 3 over 3 times 5, 1 over 3. So this one gives me 1. This one gives me cube root of 5. So I get this one. I just get this answer, which is 5 cube root of 5. Hence, you get the answer. Not very difficult, right? Okay, first time, so I'm like a bit slow for you. So if you think that the what I say is too long for you, then you just fast forward it, okay? Right? So let's move on. Okay, we have 3 questions here, and answers are ready. And now I want you to pause the video and try this. Okay, answers is given here. Okay, right? So let's do it. Okay, I solve it blindly. So 16 1 over 4, P 8 over 4, Q 16 over 4. So 16, I know it's going to be equals to what? 2 to the power 4. 2 to the power 4, so I just have 2 to the power 4, cancel off with 1 over 4, I get 2. This one I get P square. This one I get Q to the power 4. Then I'm done. You are professional now, okay? So, great. Now, this one means what? This one means x to the power, then root, power, then root. Power is 3, root is 2. So, this one is equal to x to the power 2 over 2, which is 1. Then times x to the power 1 over 2. So, this one gives you x square root of x. Good? Great. So, now, I just write here x 3 over 2. Then, bottom is 32 1 over 2. 32 1 over 2. Okay, let's see what is that later. So y 4 over 2. Okay, if you really want, this one you still can press your calculator, right? 32, then 1 over 2. So 32 is what? 2 to the power 5. 2 to the power 5. How do you do it? I write here. 2 to the power 5 means 2 to the power 2 times 2 to the power 2 times 2. Correct? So this one, 2 can escape, 2 can escape. So outside becomes 4. Then inside becomes 2. 2 is left. So I just write 2 here. Okay, so that gives me 4 square root 2. 4 square root 2 is below. And then this one, it gives me x square root x. 4 square root 2. Then here is y squared. Okay, I get that answer, okay? I actually get an answer, but I just make it nicer for you. It's x square root x instead of just writing x to the power 3 over 2. Okay, no problem. Great, let's move on. This one, let's say I make some simplification here before I move on. So I will get something like cube root. Then this one, 8 over 27, I just copy down. Then m to the power 3 divided by m to the power 6. So power minus. So I have m to the power negative 3. 3 minus 6, then 6 minus 9 is still minus 3. So it's all inside. Okay. Then 8 is what? 2 to the power 3. 27, 3 to the power 3. So I open the bracket. It's 2 to the power 3. Then cancel off. 3 to the power 3 cancel off. I have m. How about this one? Power root up down. Negative 3 divided by 3, I get negative 1. Negative 3 divided by 3, I get negative 1. So this is my answer. If I want to write nicely, then I write this way. Okay, if I want to write nicer, I write that way. 2 over 3, then bottom m times n. Get it? Right, next. Okay, let's move it further and pause the video and try these questions. Okay, pause the video and try these questions. Answers is here. Okay, solve it blindly time. Okay, so x n power root n divided by n, y 2n over n, z 5n over n. Can I write multiplication without the dot here? Actually you can, because it's x, y and z. It's not number and number. Okay, if it's number, it's advisable to write a dot here. Okay, thanks. So let's move on. This one, x to the power 1. This one, y to the power 2. This one, z to the power 5. Get the answer? Right. Next. This one, that's so simple. All of this. 2n over n. b is 3n over n. c n over n. Then d 5n over n. So the answer here, a square, b cube, c and d to the power 5. Okay, good. Next. Oh, what is this? Oh, are you afraid? No. Okay, so let's break it down one by one. Okay, you see a square root first, then a cube root inside. So I just take care of inside first. I just write a bracket here. I see inside first. So outside I still represent by a square root. Okay, then inside I just deal with this one. Power then root. Power then root. So this one I can view this as a square, b, then the whole thing power 1 over 3. Okay, then now I see this whole thing as 1. Then outside is a square root. So I shall think of that as what? The whole thing bracket power 1 over 2. So it's a square, b 1 over 3. Then the whole thing power of 1 over 2. Sorry. Okay, so it's what? Power becomes 1 over 6. So it's gonna be a square, b, then a square b, this one the whole thing, power 1 over 6. It gives me a 2 over 6, which is 1 over 3. A 1 over 3, I can write cube root actually, then b 1 over 6. Okay, my answer. Okay, not very difficult, right? Okay, just a recap. If you see this one, it's a bit afraid, so you just leave the outside alone first, then do inside first. Inside is this one, 1 over 3. Then this one means square root. Square root means power of 1 over 2. Then power and power, you can multiply them, becomes 1 over 6. Okay, 1 over 6, then this one power of 1 over 6, and this one power of 1 over 6. You get a 1 over 3, b 1 over 6. Great. Move on to the next one. Exercise. Move on to this one. So you have your answer here. Okay, so let's try this one at home. Okay, so make sure you check the answer. And yeah, it's time to say goodbye.